Hey guys, welcome to Money Chats. I'm pretty pumped today. I've got a guy that I've met online. We've communicated a bunch via email, Facebook Messenger. We both have blogs. We're both entrepreneurs. I just learned apparently we both had our t-shirt design business decimated, which I'm actually pumped because I don't know the details of it. So we're gonna talk about that. So hang out, watch this intro real quick, and I'm gonna tell you who he is, and I'm gonna bring him on. We're gonna chat. Doesn't that just make you want to shake your shoulders a little bit? All right, this guy is I see him in the off screen. He's in the waiting room. His name's Jason Butler. I'm gonna bring him on. Excited to chat with him. Jason, how you doing, my man?
I'm doing pretty good, Brooks. Doing pretty good. Thank you for having me.
Heck yeah, man. I'm glad to finally get to connect. So we've like I said in the intro, we've connected a lot, like spoken, but never met in this capacity where we're actually getting to chat via video, and then we've never met in real life, in person, IRL, but hopefully we will.
Give me 1 second. I thought I had my computer plugged up. I need to plug it in. I'll be right back.
Do it, man. Plug it up.
That's never happened. Shoot.
Shall I let you guys get that clip one more time, the money chat clip? Maybe I'll play y'all the. Should I play the? All right, let's check in.
Okay. Yeah, man.
Are you plugged in?
About that. Never had that happen before.
No, all good, man. It's better to plug in now than run out of battery and disappear mid conversation, right? So. No, man. Glad you plugged it in. Well, cool, man. Well, I don't know how we originally met. It doesn't really matter because in the world of blogging, I feel like if you're growing a blog and you're serious about it, I feel like you're going to connect with other people because you're going to network, and you're going to try to meet people and do that. So, and I'm going to go ahead and tell people that I'm going to mention Fincon because I'm not a huge event guy where like I go to a bunch of stuff and get education. But Fincon, you've been to, you said a number of times, like you've been to multiple Fincons?
I've been to 5 different Fincons.
What? That's awesome, man. That's cool. Okay, I just went to my first one this past year, and I mean, I was blown away. I thought it was awesome. I thought it was a good thing. So if people listening, if you are a blogger or you're in the financial space, marketing, make money online, or you just have a, YouTube or have a blog, Fincon would be I would say would be a solid fit for you. And I think Jason, I guess you'd say the same thing, right?
Yeah,
like,
I definitely agree. I definitely agree.
If you've been to 5 of them, man. And then so Jason was just appointed to a panel. So congratulations to Jason for that. And Jason, what does that mean? Like, are you going to get to help like steer the direction of some of the education, or like, what is it that you have to do for that?
Yeah, pretty much, being a part of the advisory panel means that going to help come up with some of the different ideas and some of the different things that will be going on and during Fincon, such as some of the speakers, some of the different, events, as well as some of the different tracks that's going on. So it's going to be pretty good.
That's awesome. So if I have some crazy idea, I know who to send it to. I'm gonna send it.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
I'm gonna send it to you, man. And you can if you like it, you can pass it off as your own, man. You don't have to give me credit. You can just say, hey guys, I have an idea. So okay, and your website, so people know you have a blog. Your blog is mymoneychronicles.com, which is awesome. And that's like, if I'm correct, man, like you kind of started your blog to kind of showcase and I mean, it is what the name implies. My Money Chronicles, like
My Money Chronicles. Yeah.
You're basically describing your pathway of like paying off debt, making money, and like sharing that with people, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I've been doing this version of the website since 2019. I really started blogging in 2013 just to talk about my debt journey. And literally from 2013 to 2015, I had no idea what I was doing. It was trash, to be honest. So I started getting better in 2015. Then I decided to rebrand because I wanted to focus more on My Money Chronicles. And with a name like My Money Chronicles, you already get an idea of what the website is about. The original name of the website was called the Butler Journal. And if I was to just ask you what does that mean, or what you think that means, what would you say?
I would think it's like a diary. It's like your diary. That's what I would think, maybe.
And literally, I surveyed multiple people when it was before I rebranded, and they didn't know what the Butler Journal was. So I figured, let me switch the name, rebrand, and instantly people know that My Money Chronicles is about a money story. And shoot, now we're here.
So smart. It's cool, man. I didn't know that. I didn't know that background. Like, I didn't know the backstory to that. But I mean, I think a smart move to rebrand. But at the same time, man, that's like, I feel like the world of growing a site or growing a brand, like unless you already have the knowledge, experience at whatever level, then like you're going to make those mistakes. Like I did the same thing, man. I've owned, so I started a blog in, I guess technically, I think kind of similar to you, man. I think like 2013, it was called the southerninvestor.com. And I was talking about real estate related stuff. I got zero traffic, didn't know what I was doing. I was kind of just talking about like real estate deals that I was doing at that time. And then later said, oh, I want to create a personal brand. So then that's when I created brooksconkle.com, and still no traffic. I didn't get like my first actual blog traffic, man, until basically a year and a half ago. Where I got serious about, okay, like what am I missing here? How can I get serious about this? And then and yeah, it's like mine's kind of gone bonkers, and then I'm actually trying to create other brands as well. So I've kind of taken a really just an interest to it, man. There's so much involved. Is there not so much involved in running a site?
It's so much. Like you have to worry about SEO. You have to worry about, let's see, going back and forth with what you want to write or what you think people will be searching for.
Yep.
You have to worry about platforms like Pinterest that used to bring tons of traffic, bringing nothing to your site anymore. So it's a lot. It's a whole lot. Then you have to worry about, okay, when you do a rebrand, do you want to continue to talk about these topics? Do you want to keep the old garbage on your site, even though it was getting traffic, but it has nothing to do with what you're talking about now? It's a whole lot, man. Blogging is not for the weak. I'll just say that.
Yeah, I'm totally with you. And those are serious decisions. Like if you treat it, if you treat your blog like its own business, like those are literally business decisions that you're making. And then new ones will come, right? Like new things will happen. You'll, as we diversify traffic from different sources and grow, and then heaven forbid you start to, get a team, you treat it like a business. Like, are you going to have employees or writers? Like that's another question for people that are growing a blog. Like, do you operate everything on your own, or do you have certain help or certain?
Not at all. Like I used to, I want to say, like, let's see. So around 2020, like mid 2020, I hired a VA and also started hiring writers. And literally, that's when some of the magic started happening.
Same here.
My SEO started getting better, started getting a little bit more traffic via that way. And I was actually able to write better, get better articles out there, because at the end of the day, I'm a decent writer, but I'm not the best writer. Like I can outline things all day, but if I can find somebody to write a little bit better, I'm 100% with it. And that things have been going very good. Like I'm looking forward to having a great 2022 because I've outsourced and have people helping me now.
Love it, man. So anyone listening to this, my story is very similar to that. I think I realized at the beginning of 2021, actually, no, tail end of 2020. I realized, wait a minute, if I'm actually going to grow this, like there's no way I can rely on myself to write all this content. Like there's just no way. Like, again, I'm probably similar to you. Like, yep, decent writer. My problem is just that I wasn't gonna do it, and I wasn't gonna do it, man, at the scale that I needed to. Right? Like I was like, man, I can't write 5 articles in a year or something, or 10 articles. I have to write a lot of good content. Yeah. So really for me, man, like my biggest focus is like in my blog business, like my biggest focus is I still do strategic like keyword research. Like I'm the guy doing that.
Yeah.
It's also the part that when you come across something, it's like it's still fun to me, actually.
Yeah,
Super
definitely.
fun when you come across something you're like, dude, this would be a great fit. And I think I might could rank for this. Like I don't know. That's just been fun for me over the last like year and a half. And then strategic like networking online with people is
Sure.
you could call it, you know, I mean, that's something that currently I'm doing all that as well. Like people talk about link building. Oh yeah, you know, like I don't know, like it's some sort of transaction, but like really at the end of the day, like what like link building is basically straight up business networking, but you're just doing it on
That's exactly what it is.
right. I mean, it's like you're just doing business with people, but you're doing it online and you're working with people rather than offline, right? It's just the online
Yeah.
version of networking is the way I see it. Like, are you so I mean, it sounds like you're in the same boat with that, like that thought
Exactly the
process.
same boat.
Okay.
Because literally joining a lot of different Facebook groups, I've been able to network, talk with people, and get my link put on a lot of different websites. And I'd rather do it that way instead of having the random spam people message me asking for links.
Yeah.
And I look at their sites and it's like a trashy site. Like I'd rather my site be linked to a site that has a DA of like 50 that's already getting traffic instead of a DA of 15 that's like in Pakistan or somewhere overseas, because I get all kind of crazy emails and stuff like that.
Sure. Exactly. Yeah, I'm in a similar boat. And the crazy thing is that like, as people's sites are like, as sites grow, like that keeps going, that gets more and more.
Yeah.
And what I've actually found too is I think it's kind of cool is that like, as your site becomes, as it grows and establishes itself as a bigger brand, like there's actually bigger brands that will start reaching out to you.
Yeah.
And I found that to be really neat. Like I've just kind of started getting into that probably over the last 6 months where I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, let's see how we can do business. Let's see how we can work together. Let's see, you know, let's see how this can work.
Pretty much. Yeah. I'm in a similar situation. Within I would say the last 6 to 7 months, a lot more business has been reaching out to me, as well as a lot more spam too. So I'm literally checking those emails every day and deciding which one is a good fit and which one is not. Because at the end of the day, you can get, like, as your blog or your site grows, you could literally get links every day, but are they quality links? Will they bring your spam score down or up? And I refuse to like have a website that's looked at as spam, because Google sees that and it will drop all your rankings and you won't even be anywhere on Google. And that's our thing, is to provide value, but to also get Google searches. So I definitely need that to happen.
Exactly. So totally with you. Okay. And so, to specifically talk about, I'm gonna switch gears slightly to talk about stuff on your blog. So, like right here in the center, I'm seeing eBay. So eBay is like, that's like one of your like hustles where you make income and then you talk about it on the blog, right? Like, so eBay is one of your things. Yeah.
I would say eBay is probably like my #1 side hustle right now. And it's to the point, I don't even call it a side hustle no more. I call it a small business. Like I've been selling on and off eBay for about 11 years now. Got serious with eBay in 2017, and the income has done nothing but go up. I literally make between at least $1,000 to $1,300 each month selling items on eBay, Mercari, Poshmark, and other websites.
Okay. So you're not exclusive on eBay. You'll list on multiple sites.
Like I started off being exclusively on eBay. Then around 2018, 2019, I realized that I needed to start cross-posting. And basically cross-posting is just listing your items that are on eBay on other websites, because at the end of the day, believe it or not, everyone is not on eBay. Some people don't like eBay, but they'll be shopping on a site like Mercari or Poshmark. So why not spread my items out so I can make more money?
Totally, man. Is there actually, so question on that. So is there like a tool you can use that will cross post, and that if you sell something on one, it'll remove it automatically from the other ones?
I think there's a tool called List Perfectly, but for me, I literally just do it myself, because it's super duper fast to like remove an item. And when I cross post, I literally copy paste, That's something that I do in the morning before I go to work some days.
Got it. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think it's smart, man. Do you sell locally at all on like Facebook Marketplace?
Yeah. I sell on Facebook Marketplace as well as OfferUp and Craigslist.
I was gonna ask, man. Do you? Yeah, is Craigslist still kind of big in your area, or do you still sell stuff there?
Craigslist is still pretty big. I will say that I probably get the least amount of sales on Craigslist, and Nextdoor. Those two websites are like bottom tier for me, but things do still sell on there every few months.
I got you. Okay, and like, do you do a similar thing with that, where you cross post from Facebook, Craigslist, like OfferUp, whatever? Okay, cool.
I do that, and I use like the sites like those. I sell the bigger things, the things that I don't want to ship. Like like for example, a few months ago, I was able to get a safe, and I sold the safe on Craigslist. It was like 40 pounds, and I was about to try to ship that, so I literally just listed it on Craigslist, Facebook, and Nextdoor, and I got a bite. Somebody hit me up on Craigslist, and shoot, I was able to sell it.
I love it. I love it, man. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm about to make you proud, huh? I'm seeing some pictures over here. So check this out. I'm about to tell you, all right, 30-second story. So me and my wife, we're on a walk. We're going on a walk. We like to take walks around our neighborhood. We get like a block away from where we live, and look at what I find. I find a trash pile. I told my wife, I said, hey, take my picture with these. I was like, I guarantee you can sell these, right? These are probably like what, $50 a pop or something. She's like, yeah, probably all day. So I grabbed the mirrors, carried them back to our place. There's me carrying the mirrors. Here's they are. All they actually, man, these are good looking mirrors. I had
very nice. I would have grabbed them too.
no idea why the person threw these out on the pile. And you know what's crazy, Jason, is I could have been in the mood where I was just like, I don't want to bother with that. But luckily I had my mind right. Luckily I was like, no, like, I don't care. We're going to take a pause. Let me grab these, take them back. Then we can walk. Like, okay. So it's like, so literally my wife puts them on Facebook Marketplace. She sells them in like 5 minutes for like $50 a pop. So we make, so it's $100. I was like, I did the math. We have like 30 minutes of total work. Literally me finding them, walking them back, her selling them. Like, I mean, the person came and just picked them up from our porch or whatever, right? Paid us. So I did the math. I said that it's $200 an hour was the hourly rate. If I were able to make that full time, that's like 400, K a year. It's like 400 grand a year, but it's crazy, man. Like on a trash pile. And I so respect people that hustle with stuff and like sell stuff. And there's, when people are asking me, they're like, how do I make money? Like, I'm trying to look for an opportunity. Dude, that is my number one like recommendation for people is like find something and sell it.
I tell people that all the time, man. I love the fact that you brought up the story because that means your mindset is in the right place. And what I mean by that is that you're always looking for the opportunity. Opportunities are always out there. They may just look a little bit different. Like I do the same exact thing, ride around the neighborhood, do jogs from time to time. And if I see something, I'll come back and get it. I use Nextdoor a lot to pick up a lot of free stuff, literally in my neighborhood or other areas around Atlanta. And I've like time and time again, I've had friends and associates ask me, what should I do? What side hustle should I try? I'm telling you, and I tell them, start selling things online because your income you could blow yourself away with how much money you can make if you want to put in the work. And I can tell you, I can count on my hand how many of my friends actually started doing this.
Really? I love it, man. I love it. Like, I mean, that'd be interesting to kind of chronicle that and like learn, like follow up on some of those journeys and say like, hey, these people like have done this and like ask them what their best flips are or whatever. So like, okay, so Nextdoor, you can get free stuff. Can't you, do people still put free stuff on like Craigslist too? Yeah,
they put free stuff on Craigslist. But what I've realized is that Craigslist has a lot of crap that I don't sell or like a lot of stuff that's already broken. Nextdoor, I found shoes, found DVDs. Like, heck, I even find shipping supplies on Nextdoor all the time. So I don't have to go buy boxes a lot.
Really? I love it. Love it. Oh, so I had this thought. I have not done this, but I had this idea because so where we moved 5 years ago. Before we left, we had a yard sale. Okay. We had a yard sale. At the end of the yard sale, You know, it's like 11 o'clock or whatever. I don't know, a bunch of stuff. I mean, still like good stuff, but it's stuff that we're like, all right, we're not keeping this stuff. So we literally loaded it up in our cars and just go give it away. So I had the idea. I was like, dude, if someone literally walked up to me at 11 o'clock, I was like, hey man, I'll give you like $100 for all this stuff. I would have been like, all right, cool. Like load it up, take it. So this is just random thought, but I'm like, that could be a strategy for someone to like go to yard sales. And if you see a bunch of decent stuff, be like, hey, could I just make you an offer on like all this stuff? Like how much for all this stuff? And if you do it at a time that's close to the end, people don't want it. Like a lot of people are trying to move. You know what I mean?
That's a great tip right there. I went to 2 yard sales around 150 and they were ending at 2 last year. I got all kind of free stuff. Stuff.
I got
it. The dude didn't even charge me. He just gave me the stuff. I was like, you sure you don't want to? He was like, man, just take it. So I had all kind of free crap. Yeah. So I was I did that twice last year. So once it warms up, I'm gonna be doing it again.
I love it, man. I mean, like it's I don't know. Now, granted, obviously it takes time, right? Like flipping stuff takes time. You have to invest time, energy, effort. But like, yeah, man, for someone that's like, I'm trying to figure out a hustle and I want to do it on my own. I don't want to work for someone. And like, yeah, man, I'm just like, I'm prime on it. I just get excited about it, you know, like just kind of get excited talking about it or whatever. Okay. So, I'm about to switch gears again, man, because I alluded to in the intro that you and I both had our t-shirt businesses kind of messed up. And so I want to hear your story because I think we were both selling on Amazon.
Yeah, merch by Amazon.
Merch by Amazon. Yeah, exactly. And I was as well. So what happened to you, man? What's the
crazy? It's crazy. First off, it took me like a year to get into the merch program. Finally got into the program. I was testing out a lot of different designs, and I found a few that actually started making some money. So this was around 2019. Did that. I came up with a crazy idea of a shirt, and at the time, nope, they allowed the shirt to go through. Looking back on it, it was on the borderline of some of their rules. So it probably could have got banned then, but they let the shirt go through. And I don't want to get into detail about the shirt because it's a super duper crazy story that I really haven't told anybody. But it was a shirt, and it was marketed toward a specific market, and the shirt started selling. I've made anywhere between $30 to $100 per month with that one design.
Got it.
With no marketing. Yeah. Literally, people were just typing in certain things and they saw the shirt. And this lasted for at least a year. And then in October of last year, I got an email that said my merch by Amazon account was banned, was suspended. And I tried to appeal it twice. I was 100% kicked out. And then I looked at some of the designs and I realized, I kind of did go against that terms of service, but they should have stopped it from the jump. So I literally, at the beginning of the year, I just decided to I still have my shirts. I don't have that design, but I still have some shirts on Redbubble and Teespring, but it's not making nearly the amount of money that it was making on Amazon, because Amazon is literally like the #1 and #2 marketplace in the world.
Exactly.
So you can't beat that free traffic, because Redbubble doesn't have that and Teespring doesn't have that either.
Exactly. Yeah. So similar with me, man. We came upon a strategy that I had my guy. I was like, dude, I have an idea. This is what we'll do. And we started with this strategy. Now, obviously it makes sense. Now, look, so for us, it was like, it's like copyrighted stuff, right? Stuff that was like copyrighted. I mean, that was our issue, but I wasn't thinking, I mean, like, what am I going to do? Go check and see if like the name of something has a trademark or whatever. I don't know. I was just like, what? Plus, like the research we did, man, and I don't know if you did this, but I was like, I saw designs already on merch. So I was like, okay, cool. Like there's already designs there, so it must be fine.
That's what I did. And I saw similar designs, but I switched a couple words up. And I think either somebody probably eventually reported it, or it was one of my variations of the shirts. Like I can't pinpoint it, but both of them were tiptoeing over the terms of service line. So so I was kind of pissed off when I first got the email, but then I just figured, what the heck, let me just focus on something else.
Yep. So kind of same here. I don't know. I kind of laughed. I was like, well, and I did the same thing. I emailed him back and I was like, hey, like, yeah, didn't realize. Super sorry. Like, you definitely won't let this happen again. And they basically replied, is like, nah, like, no, you're out. I was like, same way. I was like, okay, I guess we're out here. Do you know now? I put this on my list, Jason, and then but I haven't done this. Do you know if we could like can my wife try to join Amazon merch? And
she can. Like I actually tried to rejoin it with a separate Amazon account.
Yeah.
Nope. Not at all, because they were able to tie it back to me.
Yeah, I wonder if they look at like IP addresses.
I think either the IP, or I think you have to actually put your social security number or something in when you do the payment information, because they definitely found out it was me trying to do another account and shut it down quick.
Dang. Okay. All right. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, honestly, like for me, I basically had an employee that works with me kind of running it. And so it was just literally an idea for me. And I was like, hey, let's see if this can work. So the only money I had was from my employee. Granted, we started making some sales and I started getting excited. And then, I think we got shut down at a similar time as you, man. I wonder if they went through like a mass, like some sort of mass exodh with
they probably did, man.
With some merch accounts.
I wouldn't be surprised if they did, because when you look at it, it was a lot of crap on there too, man. Like a lot of like crazy stuff on there, and a lot of, let's see, like low content type shirts that like anybody could have made that I know that never made any sales. So they probably just went through and swept all that stuff out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's possible. I don't know. Okay, on this is kind of unrelated, but I just want to make sure I hit on this for people. I'm going back to Fincon. So because it's not even necessarily about Fincon, but just like events in general. So for people that are thinking about going to an event, and it could be anything. It could be like Vid Summit for video for YouTube, or it could be I think it's called Vid Summit. But yeah, Fincon, it could be anything, some podcaster event or whatever. I feel like you and I go to events in a similar way, and we kind of talked about this earlier, so I just want to touch on it. Like it's like you and I both go to minimal amounts of the what I would call educational sessions.
The sessions, correct.
The sessions, but we're both like avid about, okay, who's here? How can I find the group that I'm looking for in a smaller networking, or how can I make connections with people? And you and I were both kind of talking about that. And so I just think that's really, I don't know. I feel like that's like the right way to utilize events.
It's definitely, in my opinion, it's definitely the correct way to do it. Like if you're brand new that first year, go to some sessions. Have a good time by going to as many sessions as possible. Anytime after the first one, you don't have to worry about the sessions. Look for the networking events. Look for your crew. And what I mean by your crew, basically, if there's some side hustle bloggers you want to reach out to them. If there are some people that are doing freelance writing, you can reach out to them. Because a lot of the network magic happens in the lobby. It happens at the dinners. It doesn't often happen inside the sessions. So I'm all about going to events, networking, meeting people, and just try to go to many other outside stuff that you can go to.
That's good, man. Yeah, that's good advice. So yeah, anyone listening, if you've never been, you're like, I don't really understand, I don't know what to get out of this. Just know that the power is like the true power is in connections with people.
I tell people, when I started blogging in 2013, the first 2 years of the site was crap, but I wanted to go to Fincon because I realized, okay, these people are talking about personal finance, side hustles and stuff like that. I literally didn't hardly know anybody there. Like I met people there because I followed their blogs and they remember the Butler Journal, which is what my blog was called at the time.
Yeah.
And my life changed after that first Fincon in 2015. Like I have new lifelong friends. I have people that I can bounce ideas off of because I love my friends. But all of my friends are not entrepreneurs. They're not side hustlers. So I can't tell them, hey, I can't ask them, hey, I'm trying to grow my blog, I'm trying to build my brand. They won't know how to help me. But my business friends that I met at the conference are able to help me a lot now with those types of things. And they have helped me over these last almost 7 years.
Totally. That's awesome, man. So, okay. So your experience was changed because it sounds like you were able to make connections with people that are kind of in your same boat. And,
Sure.
Okay. That's so funny. It's related to like, I get all excited. I talk to my wife about I'm like, hey, I just did this. I got this rank. I talk about some SEO and keyword research, and she's so sweet, man. She listens to me and she's like, that's awesome. But I know that she just has no idea what I'm talking about. You know, she's like, dude, I have no idea what you're talking about. So to be able to connect with someone or people that get it, you know, it's just like, oh, like you guys get it. Like y'all are my people. Like
it's a game changer. Like I'm telling you, you won't be the same after you do that. Like once you attend that first event, and again, it doesn't have to be Fincon. It just needs to be an event in your niche. Go with an open mind, and you never know what's going to happen. You'll be surprised at what happens.
Yeah. The funny thing, man, the reason why one of the reasons why I finally said, okay, fine, I'll go to Fincon is because I met so many people, Jason, that literally had your answer. I was like, cool. So y'all been to Fincon? Like how'd you find it? They're like, oh man, I've been to 3. Oh man, I've been to 7. Oh man, I've been to 5. Oh man, I'm like, what the heck, man? I'm like, okay. I'm like, if all these people are going repeatedly to the same event, obviously it's got to be a good event. And that's how I made the call, man, to go to my first one. So
definitely. You definitely made that good decision.
Exactly. Yeah, I feel good about that. All right. So the last thing I kind of wanted to touch on, I didn't even know about this before we hopped on the call. Okay. But when you mentioned it, I was like, dude, this is so genius. So for anyone listening to this, so your full-time job, not your side hustle job, but the corporate day job.
Yeah.
You work with an SEO company, correct?
Correct. Yep. I work with a SEO marketing company, and I literally do SEO work for them. I create content. I do keyword searches for them. I actually even change their blogs around and create web pages from time to time for them. So it's great. And I've been doing this for a little bit over 3 months. And it was one of the best decisions that I've ever made because I wanted to grow my blog. So I started focusing on SEO, I would say mid-pandemic. So around August or September 2020, like I literally started taking some free courses, focusing on the website, getting learning more about SEO.
Yeah.
Last year, I was working in higher education and I realized, okay, I'm just in this job getting the check. I'm not learning anything from registering these students for classes and stuff like that. So I made literally, let's see, what month did I do this? In May of last year, I started focusing for SEO remote jobs or marketing remote jobs. Yep. And by October, I was interviewing for a company and I got hired in late October and started in November. So this job is going to help me learn even more about SEO, and I'll be able to do great on the job and also be able to bring everything that I've learned from the job back to the website, which will definitely help grow the business, help my Money Chronicles get better.
Exactly. Like that's why I think it's so genius. But it's like a two-way street, right? Because you got hired because of your current knowledge skill base, and you're also trying to improve that knowledge skill base. So it's like you're the right guy for the job because it's because you're wanting to improve and better your knowledge there. So that's what makes it win-win. Is the company local to you, or is it a remote company?
It's a remote company. Their headquarters they have a headquarters in Maryland and in Dallas. So
interesting.
The office that I work out of is in Dallas. So I live in Atlanta, so it's 100% remote for me. So you can't beat that.
That's awesome. Are they doing SEO work for clients? Like is that what your company does? Okay.
They're doing I'm not gonna say the company's name.
Yeah,
but
sure.
They're working with a lot of different auto clients, which is pretty neat. Yeah.
Okay. So you're doing SEO for clients. That's what they say. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, that makes total sense, man. No, I love it. And do they know? I mean, obviously they know you have a brand, right? I would assume.
Yeah.
Okay.
The people who interviewed me they definitely knew that.
I mean, I would partially think that's part of why they were like, okay, this guy knows what he's doing.
It has to be, because like literally every question that they asked me in the interview, I rocked it.
Yeah.
Like, because it's stuff that I've done either for me or either when I freelance. So I literally knew everything they were asking me, everything. I hadn't had an interview like that in years.
Yeah, I love it, man. I mean, I guess some companies, and I don't know, maybe some companies would not like, well, I don't like that this guy has his own business or brand. And I guess that's okay, you know, but that means that the only people they could ever hire would be SEOs that are SEOs and have always only been SEOs for other companies or brands, and that have never run their own brand. But I don't know. I mean, I kind of like the idea of someone like when I hire people for stuff, I mean, I kind of like that they have the expertise on their own personal, you know, level for certain things. So that's cool. So yeah, man. So for anyone listening on that front, it totally makes sense, especially if you want to grow a blog. But I'll say this, like, I don't think you would have gotten that job. It's like you couldn't do it the other way around. You couldn't get an SEO job and then say, oh, now I want to like take my knowledge. Like you probably wouldn't have gotten the job without the knowledge that you have built up. Right?
I don't think I would have either, because if I didn't have a website, I wouldn't understand what they were talking about. I wouldn't know what they were talking about at all. Like some of the questions they asked me, if I was to ask like one of my friends who's not in SEO, doesn't have a website, they probably leave the interview. But because I already had that background, I was like, this is easy. I was like, y'all don't have any other questions?
Nice, man. Flying colors. I like that. It's gotta feel good when you go through an interview and you're coasting through, right? So
yeah, like I literally, like, the interview went so well that we started talking about Spider-Man and Marvel movies at the end.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah,
okay.
It was super crazy. And when that happened, I knew I had the job, and they reached out to me like a week later with an offer.
That's crazy. That's awesome, man. That's cool. Well, congrats to you on that, man. That's great.
Thank you. And I just look at this as just the beginning, because I have a great feeling that a lot of things are going to continue to take off for me as well.
Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. I think so, man. Yeah, for sure. Well, man, thanks so much for connecting with me today. And so so again, your website, obviously mymoneychronicles.com. Is that the best way if people want to reach out and like meet you, connect with you or whatever? Is that the best way for people to find you? Or is there?
Let's see. No, I have a couple other ways. People can follow me on Twitter. Like I have almost 3,000 followers on Twitter. And my Twitter account is money_chronicle. Then you guys can follow me on Instagram at mymoneychronicles1. And then last but not least, I'm My Money Chronicles on YouTube as well. I started a YouTube page a couple years ago, and I got semi-serious with it last year. And this year, I'm looking to try to drop at least 1 to 2 videos per month to just continue to grow that and provide value as well.
I love it. Okay, smart, man. Love it. Yeah, I'll make sure to I'll try to find the links to those and then put those links in when this gets published, man. And then on YouTube is smart. Like that's kind of like one of my ideas for collaboration is like connect with other people that are trying to grow YouTube and create videos like this, because it's actually I think kind of a smart form of collaborating on the YouTube platform. So
yeah, definitely.
All right, man. Well, stick around just a second. We'll chat for a little bit after this, but I'm gonna wrap up the show, man. Enjoy talking with you, and we'll connect more soon. All right.
Appreciate it, Brooks. I had a great time as well.
Heck yeah, man. All right, cool. See ya. All right, guys. So that was Jason Butler with My Money Chronicles. Man, I was pumped. I got I got to network with a guy I've been looking to connect and meet with. 2, I learned a lot, and I literally like just shooting that conversation with people that are in the same boat with me, because it's just the best. Like we exchange ideas, and then the hope is for you guys to be able to gather some knowledge and information based from that. So cool. Take care, guys. We'll see you on the next one. Hey guys, thanks for hanging out with us. We'd love for you to share it, maybe with a friend, review it, and don't hesitate to reach out and say hello. You can connect with us and see the resources that we talk about at destroytheboxwith.us. That's www.destroytheboxwith.us. See ya.